Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Muskego High School Performing Arts Center. As a courtesy to the performers and fellow audience members, please silence all cell phones, pagers, and other electronic devices at this time. For the safety of the performers, flash photography is strictly prohibited. Please note the locations of the emergency exits on the side and rear of the auditorium. We would like to remind you that food, beverages, and gum are prohibited in the Performing Arts Center. If you find it necessary to leave during the performance, please do so through the exits at the rear of the auditorium. Thank you and enjoy the show.
You may have seen me before in this very PAC, but it is entirely possible that you have no idea who I am. Because as my mother, who has attended every one of my concerts since I began choir in 7th grade, pointed out, I never introduced myself at the fall concert. So, Mother, my name is Matt Warner, and I am one of the choral directors here at Muskego High School, and I welcome you to Memories of Home 2022. I would also like to pass along what many of you know, that Genevieve Michaels has been home on maternity leave with little Theo since he arrived in October. She and her family are getting ready for what is sure to be a very special holiday, and we look forward to her being with us again in January. I would like to say that we have been very fortunate to work with Mrs. Amy Schwartz for the last couple of months. She's an outstanding musician, teacher, caring adult to our students, and a wonderful colleague. We thank you, Mrs. Schwartz. I'd like to recap for you just briefly about our poinsettia sale. We sold more than 1,400 plants this year. We raised over $11,000 for the good of the entire music program. Congratulations and thank you to everyone. There's more good news. Our nursing home program was in its 3rd year, and it was a huge success. We delivered over 400 poinsettias to 4 Muskego nursing homes, along with handwritten holiday cards from our Tri-M Music Honor Society students. We've been on a steady rise since delivering approximately 200 plants only a few years ago. We are proud of the joy this philanthropic program brings to our community. We would like to thank Amy Talaga, parent of Evan Stakoviak, for leading the nursing home program, and a big thank you to all of the parents who helped deliver the plants and decorate the PAC for our December concerts. In addition, we would like to thank all the parents and Tri-M members who helped at the distribution event. Finally, we will announce the 13 winners who had the highest sale totals in January, so look for that to come. We'd like to give a thank you to the entire Music Friends board who were involved in every aspect of the poinsettia program, but we especially like to thank Dana Buell for all of her hard work in automating the order form process this year, along with Christy Hermes. It saved volunteers countless hours entering in hundreds of your orders from paper hard copies. Second side, but it's short. For tonight's concert, we ask you to be mindful that some of the pieces will involve performers in the aisles. As always, if you find it necessary to leave the auditorium during the performance, we ask you to do so using entrances A and B, straight ahead here. Okay? To help maintain darkness during the concert. Please do not use entrance C. Okay? For those of you who have attended previous Muskego Memories of Home performances, you know that we have asked the audience to withhold their applause until the conclusion of the entire concert to preserve the flow and movement of our highly choreographed performance. After some conversation, we thought we would switch things up a little and try something in between. We welcome your applause at the conclusion of individual pieces. However, in order to keep things moving along, we will forego the usual formal acknowledgments tonight for the choir, conductor, and instrumentalists until the conclusion of the entire program with all of our choir students singing Memories of Home. Finally, we invite you to join us following the concert for a reception in the lobby. Thank you to our amazing volunteers from the Muskego Women's Club for coming to all of our concerts for many, many years in serving in the reception line. Their volunteerism helps our parents enjoy the concert while they do the final prep, and it creates such special memories for everyone. We would like to thank our stage crew. There's many of them that are working all kinds of stage shifts up here today, and they are led by Mr. Kyle Thorough, our PAC manager and technical director, and Mr. Cole Castine, our assistant technical director. Thank you to the stage crew. And on with the show.
When I was 5 years old, the only thing I wanted for Christmas was a Barbie Dream House. Specifically, I wanted the 2010 Barbie Dream 3-story townhouse with an elevator and a hot tub. Obviously, my parents had some different thoughts about that. They tried telling me that I didn't really need it and that I had too many Barbies already. But obviously, they just didn't understand what it's like being a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. As any Barbie girl knows, you can never have too many Barbies, and I was not about to give up so easily. So obviously, I needed a foolproof plan to get this Barbie Dream House. The plan went like this. Starting in early December, I started telling everybody about this Barbie Dream House. Everybody. Every conversation I had, I used my charming toddler charisma skills to just drop in little hints. I was totally sly. Then I wrote my wish list to Santa, and at the very top of the wish list, in giant writing, was the Barbie Dream House, just to make sure, he didn't get me the wrong one. I wasn't worried about my position on the naughty or nice list, because I've been an angel for 17 years now, so there was no reason for me not to get this dream house. The plan was perfect. So you can imagine the overwhelming wave of emotions I felt when, on Christmas morning, I ran downstairs. Under the tree, there was a huge box with my name on it. You know what it is. I tore open that wrapping paper, and there was clothes. That wasn't right. Where was the Barbie Dream House? The plan was foolproof. I composed myself with only the most elegant poise one can expect from an extremely disappointed 5-year-old, and my parents tried to distract me from the disappointment. They asked me to help my brother open up his gifts, to which I said, why? It's not a Barbie Dream House. Indeed, there was no Barbie Dream House in my brother's gifts either, much to my dismay. So with all the gifts unwrapped, I sat on the couch to play with my not Barbie dream houses, and I had to tell my Barbies that for yet another year, they would be living in shoeboxes. Until the doorbell rang. We weren't expecting visitors, not to my knowledge, so I followed my dad to the door to see who it could be. And at the door, there was not a person, there was a large box. A large pink box. My Barbie Dream House.
There's a rush, a whoosh of a wandering wind as snow flies in the air. There are patterns in the snowflakes, and they settle on your hair. Have you ever seen a time of year more gentle yet more bold, more full of warmth and blessings when you come in from the cold. Winter lights, winter lights, a glittering, glowing winter's night, winter bright, winter lights, winter lights, a shimmering, silver shining silent night, white and magical, winter lights. My summer dreams are filled with winter lights. Winter white and magical, white and magical, winter lights. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. A jingle bell swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. A jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, a jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle with the jingling beats. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. A jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. A jingle bell swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. A jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, a jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle with the jingling beats. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
So, it is Christmas of 2016. My great aunt got all the kids in my family mini Nerf guns, you know, the kind that hold like 3 bullets. So, we're in the living room learning how to use them when my aunt declares that we are going to have a Nerf war. And her and my papa are going to be the team captains. So, they choose teams of us kids, and they each picked another one of their brothers to make the teams more even. We were having so much fun running around great-grandma's house and playing with my uncles and cousins when all of a sudden my aunt brings out this giant red motorized Nerf gun that took giant red bullets And you would have thought my uncles and my papa turned into kids again. They started wrestling for the special Nerf gun and used us kids as their little minions to take them down. I will never forget my papa diving and rolling to the ground, thinking he was being very stealthy, when in reality, I'm pretty sure the house shook a little bit. Yeah. Or the look on everyone's face trying to act like that was the coolest thing they've ever seen. Now that my great-grandma has passed, that is a memory that I will forever be grateful to have. And now I love when my family gets together, we have more organized Nerf gun wars with less surprise attacks.
It's the night before Christmas and all through the house. Not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings are hung by the chimney with care. But hopes for Saint Nicholas I wish I could share. I am new to this world, I arrived here this morn, to this beautiful planet, though beat up and torn. I don't need a gift, need no more than I've got. Hear the unspoken wish from a tiny, tiny tot. I only want the world for Christmas, the blue-green, forever turning world for Christmas. Nothing more, nothing less. I want it for keeps, and I promise to share, so that everyone who wants can cuddle and care. I only want the world for Christmas, the blue-green, forever
thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump thump. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul. With a corn cob pipe
And a button nose and two eyes made out of coal.
Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say. He was beautiful,
But the children know how he came to life one day.
there must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, you know. Santa Claus is coming, you know. Santa Claus is, you know.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it,
You would even say it glows.
all of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright,
Won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, Santa Claus is coming.
to town, do, 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 do.
Relaxing winter night, just a few days before Christmas. Me and my sister, who was about 21 years old at the time, we were sitting on the couch playing a video game on our Nintendo Wii. It was only one player, and it was my sister's turn to play. So I was scrolling through social media on my phone, texting some of my friends, when I heard my cat emerge from the basement. This wasn't anything unusual. He does this all the time to go downstairs and do whatever cats do in the basement. But something was off. He was walking towards the living room and he was cantering, galloping. I don't know. I didn't really think about it though, so I looked back down on my phone. But he continued towards the living room and suddenly he was in the middle, right at me and my sister's feet. And I heard my sister almost mumbling in shock, "Hey, what's that?" My cat was putting something on the ground, and suddenly, after a moment of confused silence, my sister belted out in a yell, oh my God, what is that? I think it's a mouse." It was a mouse. Except this was the first time my cat had ever done this, so he wasn't a very good hunter. As me and my sister fled to the top of the couch and eventually made it to our rooms, the mouse got up off the floor and started running around the living room. Eventually, the mouse ran under the Christmas tree, my cat not far behind. At this point, me and my sister had already fled to our rooms and shut the doors for the night. I chose to ignore the problem and pretend to go back to sleep. Except it was winter break, so obviously my sleep schedule wasn't in touch. So I was just sitting in bed for about 30 minutes until I decided to check my phone for the time, and I noticed there was a message from my sister. It was a video. I was expecting some funny little ha-ha message about what had just happened. And what the video actually pertained shocked me. It was my sister climbing out of her bedroom window, fleeing to her friend's car to get as far away as possible from the mouse as possible. I went back to sleep. The next morning, my dad texted me in the morning and he said, "Hey, I found something by the door. It was a mouse." I think I just replied with, "I know." And I can say, full confidence, without a single ounce of a doubt, that was the worst Christmas gift I have ever received.
King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came inside, gathering winter fuel.
Hither, page, and stand by me, if you know it telling. Yonder peasant, who is he? Where and what is dwelling?
Sire, he lives a goodly cance underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence by St. Agnes' fountain.
Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither. Thou and I shall see him dine when we bear them thin.
Page and monarch, forth they went together, through the winter winds lament and the bitter weather. Ooh, sire, the night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger, fails my heart. I know not how I can go much longer. Mark my footsteps, my good page. Mark my footsteps, my good page. Tread thou in them boldly. You shall find the winter's rage. Freeze thy bloodless coldly. In his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay tinted. Heat was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore now you can be sure, wealth or rank possessing, you who freely bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing, blessing. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't want to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want to for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I won't ask a lot this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I'll just keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't even make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. I just want to hear tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you. Baby. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells are ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby back to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. That's all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby standing right outside the door. This is all I want tonight, for him to hold on me so tight. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Picture this, a house totally adorned with the spookiest decorations. I mean absolutely stuffed with skeletons, ghosts, and haunting lights. You know those houses you pass and you just think, oh my gosh, it's so tacky, but you also kind of love it? Yeah, that's my house. So, what does this have to do with the holidays, you ask? Let me tell you something about myself. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday and I look forward to it every year. So imagine me all against this horde of creepy fanatics I call my family. Yeah, it's not the greatest. In fact, they make me wait until partway through November just to set up for Christmas because they want to leave the Halloween decorations up longer. The horror, am I right? No pun intended. Anyway, one year I was determined to get in the maximum amount of Christmas cheer during the wintry season. So I started putting up the Christmas decorations a little bit early. You know, a bauble here, some holly there, the works. Except there was one problem. My little sister was not going to give up Halloween without a fight. So I thought maybe she just needed some help. And by help, I mean I just started putting away the Halloween decorations for her. You're welcome, sis. Later, after I'd spent a fun time, jolly even, decorating the tree with the help of my family, it was finally time to place a star on top. After all, you cannot have a Christmas tree without the star. But wait, where was the star? In a feverish panic, I started searching the whole house up and down for the shiny gold star to finish off my masterpiece. None of my family could find it, and I was starting to think one of them had stolen my star. I certainly wouldn't put sabotage below my little sister. Although my little sister claimed she didn't steal a star, I was still not convinced, until she did something suspicious. She came up to me while I was searching and said she had a gift for me. "What is it?" I asked, barely paying attention. But then she pulled out a shiny gold something from behind her back. I lunged for it, but then I realized it wasn't my star. Then I looked closer. Yes, it wasn't my star, but it was a star. In fact, it was a star that my sister had put the time into making because she didn't want me to be sad. Suddenly, I remembered why I loved Christmas so much. Even though the decorations were gray and the star was important to me, that's not why I loved Christmas. I loved Christmas because it was a time of kindness and spreading joy. So I went to that tree and I proudly topped that sucker with my little sister's star. Despite its homely appearance, my sister and I finally agreed on one thing. It was perfect. And if that's not something to celebrate, I don't know what is. Well, except maybe my Halloween craze sister turning to the side of Santa Claus. But that's just the magic of Christmas, I suppose.
This story begins a long, long time ago in the early 2010s. I was around 3 years old, and it was Christmas. We had the usual Christmas photos and family party, but make no mistake, this would be no ordinary Christmas. On Christmas Day, I awoke thinking about what I could have received from Santa Claus. As I walked down the stairs, I spot an enormous easel. After my family opened our gifts, I decided that would be a good idea to use the easel. But because it was to both me and my sister, I thought that we should share it. So I said that I should draw on the left side and that she got to use right. But as a joke, I drew on the right-hand side of the easel, and she was not happy at all. She then proceeded to complain and then go into the kitchen and tell my dad. He then came out and told me that I need to stay on the stairs for 5 minutes. By the way, I really hated the stairs. And ever since that day, I've had fiery rage in my heart.
Alrighty, folks. So the memory I'm about to share should definitely get us in the spirit of the, let's say, frightening weather we're about to have tomorrow. Friends and family, I want you to imagine yourself on a much younger, cold Christmas Eve. This is where my memory begins. I was 5 years old. As a flurry of glistening powdered snow fell and a slight billow of wind blew from the north, I was given a calm yet unassuring numbness from the frigidness crawling up my spine. The cold branches out to my arms, then my hands, and finally to my cheek. I noticed my ears were frosty, slightly uncomfortable, but it was manageable. I decided some smooth hot cocoa would best suit my needs. Drinking the heavenly deliciousness, I felt a sense of enlightenment, much different from the cold I felt before. Finishing my drink, I decided to take a shower and go to bed. I must ask, am I a lunatic to say that I love to shower before bed? As I finished my warm and peaceful shower, I heard faint footsteps approaching the bathroom. Could it be Santa? I muttered to myself, as I quickly threw on some underwear and socks to check. Peeking out the door, I was startled by a tall, burly man standing outside. Santa? No, folks, my dad. He was grinning ear to ear, and I could tell he was about to do something he thought was funny. He reached up and picked me up and proceeded to carry me out to the front door. As he opened up the door, I realized what was about to happen. I braced for impact as I was thrown into a mound of freezing cold snow. Yes, he did that. At least it was soft, though. Yeah. Now that's how you make a snow angel, my dad exclaimed as I shrugged off the joke and laughed, which was horribly broken up because I was shivering cold. Folks, there are two things I want you to take away from my memory. Be happy I was wearing underwear and lock the bathroom door. I'm so glad that my dad did this to me. While it seems like a cruel prank, it was in fact funny to me. It brought me closer to him because I am still able to laugh about it to this day. Thank you, Dad, for making this a joyous memory for me. And that, friends and family, is how you make a snow angel.
And Michael, you would fall and turn the white
So, when people think about Christmas, they think about all sorts of different things. You know, you think about Santa, you think about the presents that you get, you think about everything, right? Well, I don't think about any of that. Personally, I think about the holiday chicken. So, in my family, we've got a tradition. It's called the holiday chicken. Now, this is a very odd thing. Let me tell you some interesting things about the holiday chicken. The holiday chicken, he has red feathers on his head, green feathers on his side, and white feathers on his stomach. He likes to eat pine cones. He likes to ice skate. He does everything you could even imagine. And most importantly, every year, he bursts through the window, does a backflip into the house, and then he delivers the presents. So, at first when I heard of Santa Claus, I thought that's the weirdest thing imaginable. But now, when I tell people about this story, they think, oh, well, that's weird. So, it's been my goal for many years now to catch the holiday chicken. I put out traps, I put out everything imaginable next to the window so that when he landed his backflip, I would be able to catch him. So, now, it's been a couple years now, and finally, I had an opportunity. I decided that I wanted to put out a trap at every single window. That's what I did. Somehow, he still found a way to escape. I don't get it. This guy, he's so slippery. So, now this year, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a little wire. When he trips that wire, then a camera will start recording. I'll know exactly what he does. Now by the time next year rolls around, I'll have it 100%. I will make sure I catch that chicken.
Asya bellen van boriko rin rin yo me remendava yo rememende cargado de chocolate ye vasu chocolate rin rin yo me remendava yo rememende yo me shonemendo yo me lokite sumolio suna padre Maria Maria veracá corriendo que el chocolatio se lo están comiendo. Con un sombrero de pajarin rin, el portales han quitado, el niño que está en la cuna rin rin. El buey se comió el sombrero. María, María, ven acá corriendo, que el sombrero del buey se lo están comiendo. María, María, ven acá volando, con su gallego que está aquí llorando.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome to the stage our Music Friends President and Treasurer, Nada Stoyadinovich and Renee Clems, for a special announcement.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to let Renee start off.
Good evening, everybody. Before we get started with the specific announcement that we are here this evening, we'd like to share a little history. When the PAC was built in 2003, the piano that had been used was being used on a much smaller auditorium was moved here. The smaller auditorium was located here in the school library where it presently stands today, and it only seated 270 people on a tiny stage. So fast forward to this current PAC, it was quickly acknowledged that acoustically the piano is too small for this space. So brainstorming began, along with many conversations on how we would approach raising money for a better piano to fill this space. As a side note, and an important one, we are also in great need of replacing our choir room piano, which was built in 1920, and it came from a living room of a Muskego resident. Thanks to our amazing directors, they've made it work for many years.
Okay, so tonight, Music Friends is excited to share with everyone that together with the high school administration and the entire Friends organization, which you all are a part of, we're finalizing, finally, the purchase of a new grand piano for the PAC. So Mr. Warner actually went on a little field trip last weekend to test out a few pianos with the help of one of our concert pianists. Matt, perhaps you want to share a little bit about that trip?
To begin with, when this process began a while ago, we've been looking at a number of different vendors, looking for the best instrument, the best price, to be the best steward of our dollars here. And it landed us at a particular piano store, Hulbert Pianos. and we were looking at a couple of instruments. And when you do this sort of thing, you need to bring along someone who really knows the instrument. Yeah. Rhonda Quishan has been playing for us since my very first concert here in the fall of 1999. And we've just been a great partnership, and I have appreciated her so much, and we have all appreciated her so much. But we went to this piano store, and we looked at a few pianos, and we actually brought a lot of the choir music that we perform, and Rhonda played them on the piano, and we talked about what they sound like, and we're looking for the best one that's going to best work in this space for this particular application with choir. And we think we've settled on a really nice Mason and Hamlin BB, a nice 7-foot piano that will really fill the space and provide a really solid foundation for the choirs that you hear sing with such gusto. So we're very, very excited about that, and just so appreciative to the school district and to the music friends for making this a reality. It's been a long time.
Okay, so tonight we're here asking everyone in the community and beyond, you guys are welcome to spread the word, you'll get an email soon, to help us bring this beautiful instrument home for the current students, for the future students. This new instrument will no doubt be a legacy item for the school, and there's no doubt that it's gonna outlast everyone in this room for many years to come. So it will also, by purchasing a new piano for this stage, will allow us to take this piano and move it to the choir room where that's more appropriate for that space. So as you leave the PAC tonight, there's going to be tables with red envelopes and a letter that will outline our piano donation campaign. We hope that you consider being a part of this historic chapter. We'll have some other things planned in the coming weeks and months. And we hope to make the final announcement spring-ish. So happy holidays to all. Thank you for your time, and thank you guys for a beautiful concert so far.
year, my church has a kids' Christmas program where all the youth in the church participate in a skit about the spirit of the holidays, followed by a retelling of the nativity scene. The youngest kids are always the animals, mostly sheep, cows, you know, the typical barn animals. Well, my younger brother Griffin, when he was about 4 years old, did not want to be a sheep. He had a different animal in mind. A little bit of background that's important for later. That year for Halloween, he was dressed as an elephant. I'm sure you can see where this is heading. Another thing that's important to know about Griffin is that he is not afraid to stand out and do his own thing. So, it was the Sunday of the Christmas program. The skit had just finished and the narrators were telling the story of the nativity scene. They got to the part where the animals and the shepherds arrive, and in comes this little blonde boy, wearing an elephant head. Some people, including me, laughed. Some were just confused. And some, mostly the older church ladies, were in shock and seemed just a little disappointed. I guess one could quite literally say that there was an elephant in the room. That was the first and the last year that there was an elephant in the Christmas nativity scene. And that is the story of the Christmas elephant, and I will forever cherish the memory of my little brother refusing to be anything but an elephant for the Christmas play.